Change Your Thinking, Change Your Life. By Brian Tracy. Chapter 7, Put People First, Part A. Personal relationships are the fertile soil from which all advancement, all success, all achievement in real life begins. Ben Stein. The people you know, and who know you in a favorable way, will do more to determine your success, happiness, and level of achievement in life than any other single factor. No one achieves anything of consequence by himself or herself. In life, relationships are everything. My friend Charlie Jones says, you will be in 5 years what you are today except for the books you read and the people you meet. Dr. David McClelland, author of The Achieving Society, Van Nostrand, 1961, concluded after 25 years of research at Harvard that your choice of a reference group would have more to do with your success than anything else. McClelland interviewed graduates of the university, as well as those who had attended his intensive seminars on achievement in American life. He tracked these people for many years. Many of them took what they had learned and did wonderful things with it. They built profitable businesses and successful careers. However, many of the graduates failed to turn the information and ideas they had learned into later success. Why not? When he went back and surveyed them, he found that invariably they had returned to the same group of people they had been associating with before they had taken the advanced courses on achievement. As a result, they went back to the same old ways, the same old habits, the same old customs and manners of living. Because they were immersed in their old reference groups, nothing changed for them. Your reference group. Your reference group is defined as the people you consider yourself to be similar to. For example, if you belong to a particular church, the members of that church are part of your reference group. You consider yourself to be like them. If you belong to a political party, a bowling league, or a particular profession, people in those groups and organizations are parts of your reference group. You identify strongly with them. Over time, through a process of absorption, you will adopt their attitudes, mannerisms, ways of speaking, levels of aspiration, and even their style of dress. Your reference group will exert an inordinate influence on the kind of person you become. You will adjust your goals, behaviors, and thoughts to be consistent with what you feel they will approve of. You see this with teenagers all the time. Make new choices. All change in your outer world begins with a change in your inner world. Major changes in your inner world start happening when you change the people with whom you associate and identify. When you select a new reference group, or find yourself in a situation with different people, you unconsciously begin to change, almost in spite of yourself. This change process works quite quickly. In my speaking and travels, I have worked with countless men and women all over the country and throughout the world who have taken this advice to heart. They have deliberately changed their reference groups. They have begun associating with different people in different organizations. Very soon, they began to think differently about themselves, and their outer worlds begin to change. As a man thinketh. The law of correspondence says that your outer world is a mirror of your inner world. It says in the Bible, as a man thinketh, so is he. This means that as you see yourself and think about yourself in your conscious mind, your perception of outer world changes and conforms to fit a picture consistent with it. This is the central message of this book. The most influential factors in your thinking and feeling will almost always be the other people in your life. Successful people are those who form the habit of associating with other positive, success-oriented people. Unsuccessful people, by default, end up associating with people who are not going anywhere with their lives. Both sets of people become more and more like the people with whom they most identify. Form a new reference group. If you really want to change your thinking and your life, make a decision today to begin associating, in every area of your life, with other men and women whom you admire, respect, and look up to. Resolve to associate with people whom you enjoy and from whom you can learn. Work and socialize only with the kind of people that you want your children to be like when they grow up. When you set these kinds of standards for your interpersonal relationships, your whole life will begin to improve almost immediately. Develop your own network. Your network is composed of the number of people you know, both directly and indirectly. These are people over whom you can exert some influence and who can in turn exert some influence over you. The most successful people in our society, at every level, are those who know the greatest number of other successful people. They organize their lives to meet these successful people by deliberate design, not by accident. And so can you. Many men and women, over time, move from one city to another, or from one field or industry to another. They start off with few contacts, yet in no time at all, they become some of the best known and most respected people in their new field. Why does this happen? It is because they apply the principles of creative networking to their new lives. They immediately begin to form new, positive reference groups. They put into action a plan to develop as many good, high-quality relationships as possible within the shortest period of time. This is the end of Chapter 7 Part A. Thanks for your listening and stay tuned for more to come soon. Bye for now.